Yeah, you found your way to Orca's Alley, friend. A keycairn? What worked at the Druthers? Aye, you speak of Titaroon. Related to that Kyokuroon bloke, just over there, by some blood or another. Two of them put in together and were making good coin, but old Titaroon up and left Limsa not long ago. Couldn't say as to why or where. You're better off asking Kyokuroon himself. He can be tight of lip though, I warn you. Best to take this chicken egg with you. Little bastard loves the bloody things. Good to hear about old Busk though. Sounds as though he ain't changed a bit. Just like him to send a venturer along. Too shy to come his own self. Gods, I miss drinking with that fool. Customer be welcome. Not customer, not come with custom. Kyokuroon busy with business. Too busy for blather. Chicken egg? Kyokuroon love chicken egg. Love chicken egg more than love customer. Looking for Titaroon? Titaroon no here no more. Titaroon leave Limsa. Titaroon go look for Sparklies. Now working at Trading Post. Good Trading Post. Forget where Trading Post is. Weinberg no Titaroon. Weinberg no Trading Post. Weinberg at Ferry Docks. You go to Ferry Docks. Kyokuroon forget things. Weinberg remember things. You go to Weinberg, not Kyokuroon. Titaroon? Aye, I seen him. That is to say, I saw him. He was headed somewhere up north, by way of the ferry to Aleport. Might as well head there and see what you can suss out. The skipper here can take you there. When you arrive, I'd start by asking Old Foet. He's an old hand who knows a great deal about a great many things. Titaroon? Aye, I saw him. That is to say, I seen him. He took himself north through Skull Valley into Oakwood, was looking for a place run by his fellow keycairn. I reckon he meant the one right on the shore of Bronze Lake. Meemaroon's trading post. Follow the road and you're sure to find it. Customer be welcome. Not customer, not come with custom. Bring something for Titaroon. Titaroon forget this, forget at Druthers. Titaroon swore would never forget earring, but never forgot. Titaroon thank. Good Buskaroon doing good. Good Buskaroon good to Titaroon. Titaroon miss good Buskaroon. Good Buskaroon help Titaroon. Titaroon dead without good Buskaroon. Must give thankies, many thankies. Titaroon make keycairn firewater for Buskaroon. Buskaroon love firewater. You help Titaroon make firewater. Need thingies to make. Need many thingies. Need curl pup whiskers. Need 3 good curl pup whiskers. Titaroon make firewater for Buskaroon. You bring thingies Titaroon need. You brought all thingies. Titaroon make firewater now. Make good firewater for good Buskaroon. Titaroon start making firewater now. Good firewater take time. More time, more good. You come back later. Titaroon make firewater. Good firewater. You take to Buskaroon. Good firewater for good Buskaroon. Tell Buskaroon no drink now. Tell put away 1 year. 1 year makes best flavour. Titaroon hope Buskaroon happy. Titaroon gives Buskaroon thankies. Many thankies. You tell Buskaroon. Titaroon make big shop some day. Biggest shop in Eorzea. Make many sparklies. All thanks to good Buskaroon. Ah, you've returned. Thank you for seeing Titaroon's belongings to him. What's this? For me? Keycairn firewater. So he remembers my fondness for the drink, does he? Why, that old... Oh, bloody hells. Who's cutting onions back there? He says to shelve it for a year, does he? Aye, that sounds about right. I hate to have to wait, but I reckon it'll be worth it. This stuff has an aroma and body unlike any other drink I know. It's gonna be a long year. What say you come back then, friend? We'll see if we can't make it through this bottle together. There was word while you were away. Sylphs were seen in the wood, but near no lands of their own. No, this was a place near to here, a place we've never known a sylph to come. Something must have given them cause to venture this far, more than like the missing sylph elders among them. Here, I've marked the tract where they were sighted on your map. Go see if there's anything to be seen. So was there aught to be found in the wood? What did you come to? Garleans? In this part of the Twelveswood? First sylphs and now Garleans, and all in the same place. It cannot be mere coincidence. Might the Garleans be following the sylphs, tracking them, or giving chase, mayhap? But no, not this far into the forest. The whalers' spires are everywhere. Imperials could not have stolen past them all. How in the bloody hells could they... Unless someone guided them through, someone who knew where the spires stand and when the whalers watch, a Gridanian traitor. I'm glad you've come, friend. There's something I want to talk to you about. You know I said I thought we might have a traitor in our midst, someone as was aiding the Garleans. Well, I'm thinking I may have identified our suspect. There's a regular of mine who used to dine on thin soup and sip his pint on account of not being able to afford another, but of late he's taken to ordering my best wines and the finest cuts of meat I can lay my hands on. Were he a merchant, I'd probably think nothing of it, but this lad's a wood whaler. And wood whalers don't earn that kind of coin. By chance, I was musing on where the money was coming from when you first told me about the Garleans in the forest, and I couldn't help putting two and two together. Suffice it to say, if a whaler's working for the Empire, none of us is safe. The lad I'm talking about goes by the name of Laurentius. Last I heard, he was in the South Shroud. Find him, and if he is up to no good, put an end to it, and him if it comes to that. Can you not see I'm on patrol? Be gone. If you have business with the whalers, take it to the barracks. Not long now. To think patrol routes and rations would fetch such a price. No more than I deserve, though. 'Tis little wonder the Empire has risen to such heights. If... Feck off! 'Tis little wonder the Empire has risen to such heights. If only the whalers paid men their worth. What did you... How long have you... Help! 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 Please, come quick, my friends. It is I, Laurentius. I'm under attack. How did you... You just... I know nothing. I was on patrol. He just appeared. I thought you were working for the Garleans. Sure you did, buddy. How long do you mean to keep this up? What is it you imagined I've done? Enough. Enough, I say. It's over then. I sold maps and rations to the Empire. It was I. I meant no harm. I only wanted the coin. The whalers are good, strong. I was proud to join their ranks. Am proud. But they do not provide. They preach justice, honour, duty. But in the end, it's those with money who do as they will, who live as they will. So I sought an opportunity to change my fortunes, and took it. All I've done for money, endangered myself, my home, everything and everyone I love. Why, my actions have put your life in danger too. Though you do not yet realise how much. Bloody idiot. Did you imagine that you'd cornered me? It is not I who is cornered. Garleans, wow. Garleans, I've brought the Vieira bitch. You just call me a bitch? Bro, let's go. Permit me a question, if you will. Are all adventurers so deluded as to believe they can challenge the power of Garlemald? You would need a veritable mountain of gil to fund such an endeavour. Such is the cost of fighting great power, or of making it, or of remaking it, as we will Gridania. So that's the way of it. Swapped your hard bunk at the barracks for a feather bed in Garlemald, did you? You there, Vieira. You stand here at old Busk's wish, no? Then you don't stand alone. Impossible. How did you best the Empire's finest? And with bandits and poachers at your side. They're your sworn enemies. Why do they fight with you and not against you? But I know the answer only too well. Buscaron, this is his doing. His words are wont to inspire men to act, better men than I. Gods, what have I become? What have I done? I am sorry. No more will I pursue this folly. No more lies, no more bribes. I'll go to the Order of the Twin Adder and confess my crimes. There is something I would like you to tell Buscaron. Tell him Laurentius the Fool says thank you. I feel as though a veil has been lifted from before my eyes. I, Laurentius, confessed his crimes. I just had word with the Twin Adder. Seems he marched straight into the nest and gave himself up. The lad's had quite a life, you know. His mother was killed by a brigand when he was only small. As a young man, he joined the whalers, hoping to spare his fellow Gridanians the misery he'd known growing up. Trouble is, protecting Gridania is too big a job for one man, and he came to believe that he couldn't make a difference, that it was hopeless. There are a few things more dangerous than desperation, and a man lost in the dark is easily drawn to the glimmer of coin. I reckon he thought that if he couldn't change the lot of his fellow man, he might as well change his own. Thing is, he was making a difference, just not on his own. Somehow he'd failed to grasp one simple truth, that those things we cannot do alone, we must do together. Eh? He asked you to thank me, did he? Then there's good in him yet. I just hope them at the Adder's Nest are able to see it. What he's done ain't easy to forgive, but I'd like to think he'd be afforded a chance to make amends. But let us leave fates to the 12. I have other news for you. The Sylph Elder has been found. Hooray! It's taken us a fair old while, but we've finally got our hands on some reliable information concerning the whereabouts of your missing green friend. His name is Frixio, and he's the eldest amongst the sylphs of Little Solace. Long has he represented his kind in dialogue with the Gridanians. Yes, he's like a bridge between us and them, a small leafy green bridge that we can't find at the moment, and bridges are no use if you don't know where they are. That's why it's so important that we find him. There's an abandoned dungeon called the Thousand Moors of Toto Rak here in the South Shroud. 'Twas by the entrance to the place that Frixio was seen, and not long ago neither. If you hurry, I reckon you'll find him. Walking Ones, please help this one. This one needs help to help Elder One. Poor Frixio, poor Frixio. Whoa, hold your chocobos. Take a deep breath and tell us what's wrong, nice and slow. Elder One went into Toto Rak, but has not returned. This one is worried, so very worried. You're right to be. The place fair crawls with nasties waiting to make a meal of anyone daft enough to wander in. What in the seven hells was he thinking entering that bloody death trap? Elder One had no choice. Imperial Ones were chasing Elder One. Please, Walking Ones must help Elder One. Help Elder One now. Ah, the fates conspire against us. Forgive my pragmatism, but Frixio is our best hope of reaching an accord with the sylphs. Were we to lose him, all of our efforts thus far will have been for naught. I will tend to her wounds, Ida. Make haste to the Adder's Nest and request assistance. Understood. Go to the Thousand Moors of Toto Rak and see that Frixio comes to no harm. Peace between man and sylph rests upon your success. No pressure. By order of the Elder Seedseer, the dungeon known as the Thousand Moors of Toto Rak has been placed under the control of... What? The Sylph Elder is inside? And you're sure of this? How in the seven hells did he manage to sneak by? God strike me down for being a purblind fool. You must find the Sylph Elder before he falls prey to the fiends within. Entrance to Toto Rak is ordinarily restricted, but these are exceptional circumstances. Pray assemble a rescue party and enter as soon as you're ready. Hi.
Darkness.
Elko, he
The mighty slayer of Ifrit comes now to me. With a countenance that bespeaks understanding. An intriguing power, the echo. I must needs choose my words with care.
Mayhap I might if I deign to speak in my guest crude tongue. We meet at last. I am Lahabrea of the Asians, servant to the one true God. Yours is a most fantastical tale, truly absorbing. It is a tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime, and it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
The dark minions.
All that stands between this world and darkness is an irksome anomaly in the ether. Yes, yours is a most fascinating tale. Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
Here, feel the presence of evil.
For the end of your tale is but the beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
Did we find them, or...? Hooray! Finally, fresh air. Mayhap not so fresh, but better than before. Ah, Sinister One is gone. This one can leave this awful place. Did Walking One vanquish the many-legged one? This one is grateful to Walking One. This one is called Frixio, eldest of these ones of little solace. Alpha Squad reporting, sir. Nothing of note at Lark's call, sir. Understood. Return to Area 12. Damn it all, where is the accursed icon hiding? No sign of our wizened friend? I'm afraid not, my lord. Shall I order that the search perimeter be expanded? Absolutely not. We risk alerting the Gradanians to our presence. His Excellency bid us avoid unnecessary confrontation. Loath though I am to admit it, I found no evidence to suggest that Ramu will be gracing the mortal realm in the near future. I ask you, what good is a god who doesn't grant one's wishes? Were I a sylph, I would strongly consider finding myself another idol. Which reminds me, what of the sylphs we captured? A handful of them seemed to be reasonably good health when I last looked. My apologies, my lord. I fear we may have been overzealous in our efforts to compel them to summon their icon. Really, Centurion? Were you not aware that vegetables bruise easily? Wow. It's well that I did not entrust you with the important task of making my dinner. Well, mayhap it was a kindness. Better dead in truth than dead to one's own god, I suppose, if you believe in such things. Dawn is upon us. Make ready to withdraw. Huh, useless. We're so close to completion. I can fair taste it, but at this rate. No, I must be patient. Our efforts will bear fruit in due time. What was it you always said? Ah, yes. Though it mean bringing down the very heavens, who shall challenge the limits of possibility, if not we? In that alone were you right, Garland. But your star is long fallen, while mine doth begin to rise, and it shall burn so bright that Lord von Balsa's ultimate weapon will seem a mere candle beside it. He totally laughs like that. Those walking ones did for Noxia. This one is certain of it. This one fears that other taken ones also suffered the same fate. This one is convinced. Walking ones have black hearts, seek only to harm these ones. Walking ones are not to be trusted. Now, Neuraxia, do not pass judgment too hastily. Not all walking ones are alike. Though there are evil ones among the walking ones, there are good ones also. The little glasses. You see the tiny little glasses. Does walking one feel unwell? This one would know. What brings walking one to this place? We came to save you. Came to this one's rescue at Neuraxia's bidding. Then this one owes walking one a debt of gratitude. Walking one has questions about Lord Ramu. Then this one will provide answers. But first, let these ones quit this lightless place. This one will return to Little Solace. When walking one is ready, please come and see this one. These ones may speak properly then. Then it's settled. Let this one accompany walking one outside. Ah, you're back. Tell me the Sylph Elder as well. Thank the gods for that. I don't rightly know what to make of the rest of your tale, but I'm full glad Frixio didn't come to any harm. Ah, but there I go, tempting fate. Run over to Little Solace and secure us peace with the Sylphs before all else befalls us, eh? Rest assured, I'll send word to our friends of Charlian and the Twin Adder both. You've done Gridania great service this day, lass, and earned yourself a place of honour here at the Druthers in so doing. Be sure and come by whenever you feel like a drop of Keykern firewater. Well, I have to wait a year for that, don't I? Say, friend, there's something I'd like to ask you to see delivered to the Sylphs of Little Solace. This Azema rose oil is a gift to celebrate the safe return of their tribe's elder and a token of Gridania's desire to unite. The wood is not what it once was. The calamity changed the elementals, weakened them. Until their strength is returned, we must lend them ours to keep the wood safe, but ours alone will not be enough. We must have the strength of the Sylphs as well. Only by working together and fighting together will we survive together, and the 12's wood with us. The gift I ask you to bear is a symbol of the hope that both Gridanian and Sylph alike will live to see the light beyond this darkness. A gift from Walking One Buscaron. A gift for these ones. Such a lovely scent. This one has never smelled anything like this before. Walking One Buscaron and Adventuring One are very kind. Know that this one is deeply grateful. Many walking ones are scary. Many walking ones utter many lies and much deception. But this one is moved. Let all these ones be friends forever. This one has been expecting Walking One. This one fetches Elder One. This one is pleased to see Walking One again. Welcome to the home of these ones. Ah, there you are. We have just been hearing tell of your deeds of daring do. Well done. Ah, the walking ones who aided Neuraxia. This one is grateful. A pleasure to have been of service. If you do not mind my asking, how did your misadventure come about? This one does not mind. The misadventures, as Walking One calls them, of this one began when Imperial Ones entered the wood. Fearing trouble, those ones decided to watch Imperial Ones closely. But these ones watched too closely, and Imperial Ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled into Totorak. Would that this one had not. In Totorak, a sinister one robed in black tried to feed this one to a many-legged one. A sinister one robed in black. Why do I have the feeling I should be more worried about that than I am? Elder Frixio, we come to you as emissaries of the nation of Gridania. This missive bears the words of the Elder Seedseer. This one sees, so Walking Ones of Gridania are fearful of Lord Ramu. Plainly put, yes, your people summoned the Lord of Levin but once, yet that single occurrence occasioned great alarm. But it's not as if the Gridanians dislike you or anything. Actually, it's just the opposite. They think of you as friends, and they don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's why the Elder Seedseer wrote to you. This one knows and respects Horned One, Canny Senna. Be assured, like Walking Ones of Gridania, these ones have no desire for conflict. These ones resorted to summoning Lord Ramu to protect the wood from Imperial Ones. This one counselled against doing so, but was not heeded. Against this one's wishes, Lord Ramu was summoned, and all those ones who took part became Touched Ones. These ones want so desperately to turn Touched Ones back to normal ones, but did not know how, and still do not know. Touched Ones, meanwhile, wanted to turn these ones into Touched Ones, and did know how, so this one fled to little solace with all those who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramu. But Walking Ones of Gridania need not fear Touched Ones or Lord Ramu. Unlike other primal ones, Lord Ramu is not callous and cruel. So long as Walking Ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland, where Touched Ones reside, Walking Ones will not suffer thunderous judgment. But this one has spoken enough of Touched Ones. This one would speak instead of these ones. As this one said, these ones desire peace with Walking Ones of Gridania, and so these ones ask for a chance to set things right. By way of addendum, mortals who are tempered come to take on the qualities embodied by the primal in question. In the case of the sylphs, Ramu's influence has made them fiercely protective of their homeland. That explains why they're so hostile towards trespassers. But what about the abductions? A fine question, Ida. The abductions are, I believe, an expression of the tempered sylph's desire for reconciliation, another quality traditionally associated with Ramu. In the crudest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their fellows back into the fold, a timely reminder that the challenges posed by each primal are unique. Elder Frixio, we thank you for making your will known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easier in the knowledge that they and the sylphs are united in their desire for peace. Wishing to cooperate, this one has written down the feelings of these ones. Please see that these feelings are conveyed to Horned One, Canny Senna. And with that, I believe we can lay the matter of Ramu to rest. That sylph elder's very reasonable, I must say. You could learn a lot from him. Was that a jibe? If so, I feel it only fair to observe that one of us wouldn't recognise reason if it punched her on the nose. Did I say fair? I meant reasonable. Anyway, we're going to head back to the Waking Sands and tell Minfilia all about it. Fear not, we will be sure to mention the instrumental part you played in all of this, and while we see to that, we should appreciate it if you would deliver Frixio's missive to the Adder's Nest. Elder Frixio, we humbly thank you for your time. It's been an honour. The honour is this one's. Together, let the walking ones of Gridania and these ones find a way to live in peace. Please wait, walking one. This one has yet to give walking one a token of this one's appreciation. When these ones summoned Lord Ramu, these ones were gifted this crystal. This one would now bestow the crystal upon walking one as a symbol of this one's trust. This one was not mistaken about walking one. Walking one is destined to walk a fate far crueler than this one can imagine. A brilliant light from within walking one envelopes the crystal this one saw. Mark this one well, that crystal will one day be of use to walking one. Walking one must keep that crystal safe at all times. Before walking one returns to Gridania, this one would ask walking one to watch touched ones. So long as touched ones are not troubled, touched ones will not make trouble. If walking one witnesses touched ones making no trouble, mayhap walking one can testify to walking ones of Gridania that these ones mean no harm. These ones' homeland is fraught with danger. This one marks down safe places to look out for touched ones. There are tempered sylphs in the distance. You do not sense that they pose a danger if left alone. Ah, how went the meeting with the sylphs? A missive from the sylph elder himself, if I may. So the sylphs have no desire for conflict, nor do they intend to summon Ramu. And so long as we leave the tempered ones be, we need not fear any aggression on their part. The elder seed seer will be overjoyed to hear that the sylphs have welcomed our overtures, and in the knowledge that they bear us no ill will, we may channel our resources towards tackling the more conspicuous threats to our security. You've done this nation a great service, my friend. On behalf of all Gridanians, I give you my thanks. The sylphic folk have long been friends to Gridania. The mere thought of being at war with them pained the elder seedseer to no end. But owing to your efforts, she will be able to rest easier. Being the benevolent soul that she is, my lady will surely try to find a way to reverse the tempering process. Once again, I thank you. Had the signs of the seventh dawn not offered to mediate between our peoples, suspicion and doubt may have led us into needless conflict. Pray pass on my regards to Lady Minfilia. Speak of the devil. Hello, can you hear me? It is I, Minfilia. Ida and Papalimo returned some little while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with the tale of your exploits. Thanks in large part to you, the name of one primal may be struck from our list of enemies, and the Gridanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done. Yet the end of one tale is but the start of another. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. I would apprise you of the present situation in person.